Welcome to your Daily Now. Anyway, let's get to today's topic. Today's topic has to do with putting a leash on your child. You may go to shopping centers, the park, you may go to a busy streets or a shopping area, supermarket, and you may see a parent with a child on a safety harness, as they call it. So that safety harness, I guess, is supposed to keep that child out of danger or from running off or something of that sort. Is, and let's call it what it really is, which is a leash. So you're putting a leash on your child just like you do some pet or some animal. I really don't go for that. But I want to know what you parents think about. Maybe some of you think, well, this is the only way to handle it. So you get that leash or that harness, safety harness, attach it to your child, and you walk out the door thinking, okay, I got everything under control. Well, it may sound like something that you want to do, but there are other animals and other things that we tend to put a harness on or a leash on. For example, monkeys. Yeah, monkeys at the carnival that play little instruments, little sound box. We've been known to put leashes on those guys too, so that they don't run away. They stay with the owner, and and they play the music, and they get a banana or they get a treat. And animal that we put a leash on, which is very common, house pet, the dog. There's even signs up that says that your dog should be on a leash. So, and which is reasonable because not all dogs are under control, and they have very sharp teeth, and they may hurt somebody. I guess people feel that way about their kids. I don't know if they think their kids are dangerous or what. Some kids bite. I gotta admit, some kids do bite. So maybe some of you parents out there think that you have to protect the public from your kid or your kid from the public. The other thing, the other example is how we treat the prisoners at how we treated them at Abu Ghraib. That became a scandal. Especially what was really outrageous was when we had the prisoners on a leash. We showed an army, a lady in the army, U.S. military, having one of the prisoners on a leash laying on the floor. You can see in the picture here that that's what's going on, and that caused a big outrage. Oh, it was such humiliation, and we're not that kind of country, and all that. But yet, when you put your kid on a leash, that seems to be fine, right? So we tend to make these kind of crazy distinctions. I don't get it. I don't get it myself. The other times that we've put mammals on a leash was when we have slaves in this country, and I would say that was not one of our best moments in American history. So we have slaves. Slaves would be bound up, and they'd also have a leash to be led around, just like the monkeys or the dogs, right? Because they were considered property. So there's a precedence for putting leashes on animals and on people. And the last but not least is my favorite. Well, if you run across an alien and you can get a leash on them, by all means try it. But I think they won't go for it. They might zap you or something, or call in for reinforcements. In which case you may find yourself on a leash. But in all seriousness, I just don't see the need for the leash. I feel sorry for those kids that are walking around with a leash. People get upset if they see a guy with a leash on his girlfriend walking around, and that seems to be outrageous. But you got two consenting adults, and people think that's so terrible. But what do they say when they see a child on a leash? Most people won't say anything. So, what are you going to do? I want to know what you parents are going to do if one day your child turns around after seeing a dog or a monkey or some other animal on a leash. What will be your response when your child asks you, "Mommy, Daddy, am I a pet?" And, "Oh no, oh no, honey, you're not a pet. Of course not. We love you." And then the child asks, "Well, then why am I on a leash?" "No, honey, that's not a leash. That's a harness. It's a safety harness." So, but I want to know what you think. Do you think it's okay to put toddlers on a leash? And at what age should they be put on a safety harness or a leash? I've heard of some being as old as 6, 7 years old, and they're still in a harness. But this is a topic that just came to mind, but I think it's a pretty serious one. It says a lot about our society, the way we treat our elderly, and the way that we treat our children. So hit me up with a comment, thumb me, um, subscribe up, give me some comments down below. I want to know your feedback. Give me your feedback. What do you think about this harnessing of our children? Do they need to be harnessed? You've probably come across some kids that you felt need to be harnessed. Anyway, that's all for now. That's all I got to say, and I will see you next time on the next edition of Your Daily Now. Stay safe.